Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sloan demands Nicole's arrest and Eric urges his wife to be compassionate. Days of Our Lives explains that Chad DiMera accepted responsibility for his envy and how the line between good and wrong became blurred. Chad also told Stephanie Johnson that he'd rehired Everett Lynch from The Spectator. Chad, on the other hand, felt that due to their trust issues and his lack of commitment, they needed to call it quits. Stephanie agreed and told Chad that she would still like to spend time with the children. Although Stephanie stated that Chad was not required to resign from SJPU, he insisted on a clean separation to make things simpler. Stephanie also allowed Chad to keep the apartment so he wouldn't have to move the kids. Stephanie sobbed about the end of the romance as Chad walked away in tears in Monday's Days episode. Hinel Dupree arrived at Paulina Price's house after a long shift at work and was shocked to see Paulina had slept until the middle of the afternoon. Paulina pretended it was nothing more than a cup of strong coffee. Later, Chad went over to see Paulina and gave her an update on his personal and professional breakup from Stephanie. Paulina had difficulty swallowing at a private moment on Monday's Duel show and convinced herself that she was too busy to get sick. Connell ran with Alex Kiriakis in the town square, and they talked about his new status as Victor Kiriakis' son, as well as her reunion with Johnny DiMera. Chanel and Alex reflected on their interesting time with Ali Horton, which undoubtedly alluded to the threesome they all experienced. Chanel was anxious about Paulina when she arrived home since her mother had fallen asleep again on the couch. Nicole Walker DiMera told AJ DiMera in the DiMera hidden chamber how Sloan Peterson Brady just left the infant alone. Nicole dreaded the thought of what may have occurred if she hadn't been the one to kidnap Jude Brady. Despite Nicole's suggestion that EJ had plenty of money and could whisk them away somewhere so they could raise Jude together, he eventually persuaded her that they had to return the kid. Sloan's confession to Eric Brady at the Salem PD on Days was thwarted by an eyewitness tip. Eric hypothesized that the crime could be linked to the same perp who took Sarah Horton's kid, when Harris Michaels said that a woman in a dark hoodie was noticed with Jude. Nicole ultimately followed EJ into the police station, Jude in her arms. Sloan requested Nicole's arrest and wanted her inside bars, where she wouldn't be a threat anymore. Rafe Hernandez was on the verge of arresting Nicole, but Eric secretly urged Sloan to be kind and grateful that Jude was safe. Sloan eventually admitted to Rafe that she had forgotten she had hired Nicole to babysit. Therefore, there was no need to press charges. Rafe was still concerned, but Nicole promised to get her the assistance she required. Sloan soon cornered Nicole alone and warned her not to touch the baby. Nicole was taken aback when Sloan threatened to ruin her life if she didn't heed directions. He returned to Harris and saw Stephanie in the park. Stephanie admitted she didn't remember much from last night save for their kiss. Harris apologized for allowing that to happen, but assured Stephanie that nothing else would happen. Stephanie was too inebriated to go anywhere else, so Harris escorted her to his room and handed her a shirt to wear because she had puked all over her clothes. Although Stephanie hoped they could keep everything between them, Harris felt compelled to tell Ava Vitalia, Tamara Braun, the entire tale. Back in the town centre on Days, Stephanie ran into Alex before Chad snuck up behind them and made everyone feel uneasy. Annalene McCord joins Duel for a one-year contract role with Marin. Days of Our Lives has revealed that the show will introduce a new character, so let's chat about who will appear in Salem. According to Deadline, Annalene McCord has joined Duel as Marine and has signed a one-year contract. McCord has been in 90,210, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Let's Get Physical, Secrets and Lies, Power Book II, Raising Kanan and other shows. Annalene McCord is now set to appear on Days as a mysterious woman who has her heart set on one man and one man only. Marine is a complex, beautiful woman who has her pick of suitors, but she appears to prefer a guy who feels like he's terrible news. Days spoilers indicate that this man would push Marine away in order to protect her, so it will be interesting to see how this tumultuous romance plays out. There's no news on who Marine's love interest will be, but she'll certainly arrive in Salem ready to battle for love. Marin could be the ex-girlfriend of a male character we already know, It's possible that the day's authors invented an off-screen previous relationship to complicate matters in the present. Even if Marin fails to earn her heart's desire, there will be plenty of other hunks in Salem prepared to compete for her attention. Regardless, fans will want to welcome McCord to the program. McCord is expected to make her debut as Marin later in 2024, giving us plenty of time to speculate about her before then. For a change, after several exits on Duel in recent months, it's wonderful to get updates on an upcoming arrival. It's always entertaining when someone strange mixes things up, so we're looking forward to Marin's entrance. What are your thoughts on Annalena McCord's casting as Marin? What do you believe Marin's partner will be? Marin may be arriving in town with a few surprises, so don't miss out on what's in store. Will Maggie and Constantine's hasty wedding expose the greedy groom before it's too late? Maggie Kyriaki's good nature on Days of Our Lives may lead to more disaster. Since Maggie is still grieving the loss of Victor Kyriakis, Konstantin Melianis has taken advantage of her kindness as well as her weakness. Maggie discovered various ways Konstantin had lied to her when she opened her home to him. Maggie was gracious enough to pay off Konstantin's stated debt after he acted as if the Greek mob was seeking Victoria Cook. Konstantin, on the other hand, is planning to stay in town after telling Maggie that he can't go back to Greece. According to Konstantin's fabricated account, if he returns home and confronts the Greek mafia again, he will die. Konstantin indicated that his visa may be renewed if he married a US citizen. Thus, Days spoilers indicate that he may continue to pursue that angle. Konstantin may drop a few more clues and try to get Maggie to propose marriage in order to keep him in the nation. Maggie was heartbroken and lost after Victor's plane disaster, so having Konstantin around has brightened her spirits. Maggie may be afraid of falling back into that sad, lonely place if Konstantin abandons her now. According to Days spoilers, Konstantin may play up his sob tale in the coming weeks in the hopes that Maggie would eventually pop the question. Maggie may easily propose marriage and insist on a hasty wedding to protect Konstantin from facing a fate worse than death in Greece. Of course, Duel fans are well aware that Konstantin is a con artist out for Maggie's money. This is all part of Konstantin's complex plan to retaliate against Victor and obtain what he believes he is entitled. So yet, it doesn't appear that Konstantin has any genuine affections for Maggie. Konstantin is a villain who may grow even more terrible as his wedding day with Maggie approaches. Days viewers will naturally be curious to see if someone will catch the greedy groom before it's too late.